Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So this time I'm going to be showing you guys how to breed these weird looking things. My god, they creep me out sometimes, but hey, I'm going to be showing you guys how to not only breed them, I'm going to show you guys how to build a automatic breeder, because villagers actually require a lot more to breed them rather than just like feeding it a carrot like say a pig and it just breeds. You know, they do require actual building structures and everything like that. But I'm going to show you guys the simplest way on how to build an automatic breeder, and you can just let them do their thing, and it'll be all good fun and games. But yeah, before we get into building that, I'm going to tell you guys what these guys actually require, so the whole mechanism behind it. So villagers actually breed by the amount of houses they think are there. So 3 doors is equal to 1 new villager, right? So it does require a lot of doors to actually breed them. And not only do they require doors, they do require food, as like any other sort of human in the game, really. These are technically classified as humans. I got a big nose, but mine's probably bigger actually. So they do require food, and you can make it so that they pick it up themselves and pick it up and just share it amongst each other and have a good time, you know. But you will need a farmer to pick up the food off the ground. The farmers in the Xbox One edition are generally dressed like this, just in the brown and the default texture pack. In the new Bedrock editions, they kind of have like a farmer's hat, you know, like the straw hat and everything. So that's how you tell them apart on that one. So you just have to work out what they are in the texture pack. And also, when you're breeding villagers, say if I have these two, it doesn't mean I'll always get one of those or one of those. You can get any of the villagers in the game when you breed them, so don't worry if you don't have like one of each villager or something, you know, they will breed and create different types of villagers, and you'll get all of them in the end, right? Okay, so that's the basic idea behind breeding villagers. Now, we can manipulate that and create an automatic breeding system. We do have to build a bit of a structure to do so. So what we have to do is actually build a house and some doors, a lot of doors. You need a lot of doors for this because, well, I'm going to try and make it so that you can breed them for quite a while. But first thing that we want to do is create a 9. So count 9 across, lay it in wood or whatever material that you want. Really, you can make it look good. I'm just going to be doing the basics for this video because I'm going to treat this as a temporary building that you can just breed them and then pull it down and whatnot. Because you can transport villagers later. You just put them in a minecart on a mine track and just push them along the track and they go to wherever you want. Yeah, but you need to do 9 up this way by 8 and just create like a nice little uneven square like that, a nice little rectangle. Okay, and after you've done that, you're going to want to build that up another 2. Okay? And you're just going to take this all the way along. Don't worry about doors and stuff. We probably won't put any windows in. You can put a window in if you want. It's not going to affect it or anything. But we will put doors in, obviously, because we need to give them access to the backyard where we're going to put in their farm. Now, if you don't want to do the farm, you just want to give the food to them yourself, then that is fine. I mean, like, you don't have to do a yard for them and put crops and everything in for them, because they can get their own food. I mean, you can bring them food if you don't want to build that on the outside. Okay, but next up, we're going to just place a block on that corner. We're just going to go out by another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Take that up this way. And across here, that's 1 off. Why would you do this? Alright, and the reason I have that only 2 high, so the roof is literally going to be like right there. The reason I have it on 2 high is because when it's on 3, there is a couple of glitches with the breeding. You just want to take this out by 5 again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, there is a couple of problems with the breeding system when you have it at a 3 high roof. I don't know why, it just kind of glitches out and doesn't breed them properly. So yeah, I recommend keeping that at a 2 high sort of building. Okay, I'm going to cut this part out, but you just want to fill this top bit in, and I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so next up, after you've got that laid in like that, we're just going to pop down the front here, and now we're going to put in our door. So let's break it off like that, so let's count 3 in, 2, and then there should be another 3 on the other side, nice and even. Then you just place down 2 doors, and we'll work on the inside soon. There's not too much that we need to do in there, more just put down a bunch of lights, because when you're breeding them, they do need a hell of a lot of lights. Okay, next up, the doors. So this is where you need a hell of a lot of doors. And yes, the doors are necessary because, as I said, the villagers do breed by the number of doors they see. So if there is a lot of doors here, they're going to be breeding a lot. You'll get quite an amount of villagers out of it. So you just want to place down doors like this, just all the way along. Again, I'll cut this part out because what we're going to do next is we're going to hop up on top and we're going to lay the top like we just did on the bottom as well. So we take that all the way along and we're just going to pretty much sandwich the doors in the middle like that. So I'll just do that and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so after you've got your doors in the middle like that, yes, just make sure that you do put a block on top of the doors. You might think it's kind of pointless, but the doors won't count as actual buildings unless they have a block on top of them. So make sure you do that. And also we're just going to lay a block across here, just across the front here, all the way to there. Alright, next up we're going to work on doing their farm and stuff. So if you don't want to do the farm, like you prefer just to get the food yourself and give it to them, keep in mind that the more villagers I have, you will need a lot of food. That's why I prefer to have the automated sort of farm. And don't worry if you don't have a farmer to start off with. Because you can just give them food in the meantime, and once your villagers get breeding, you might get a farmer that, a baby farmer that grows up, and he'll manage your farms from then on. So yeah, don't worry about it too much if you don't have it to start off with. Alright, but what we're going to do now is we're going to go from here, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Might go 15 actually, bit bigger of a bigger farm, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we're just going to take this across here and just one off the end there, and it's going to be the same amount out this way, and it's just going to hang off the side over this way. Like that. Okay? And we're going to take this up to 2 height as well. Whoops. Just make sure you don't leave any gaps, because the baby villagers might be able to get out. They're pretty small little guys. They'll be able to slip through small gaps. Whoops. No, villager, thank you. It's blocking me, I couldn't place the damn block. No! God, I suck at this. Alright. Now we're going to kick our villagers into this place, so you guys can hop out. Wow, you're so lazy. Alright, let's pull this down there. You guys won't have this, but I'm just going to pull it down, because this is where our farm's going to be. So what we're going to need now is, I would recommend using carrots for breeding them. I mean, for their farm, because carrots give you the kind of most out of it, whereas wheat, you only get like 1 piece of wheat off per farm. But carrots usually get 2 or 3 off each block, you know, which is a lot more. It works out a lot better. So we're just going to grab our hoe. We're just going to place that there, and we're going to need our water bucket, obviously. You guys know how to build a farm, I imagine. I don't need to tell you guys all this, but what can we get rid of? Get rid of the sword. Okay, so we're just going to break this off. Just 1 off the end there, 2 off this side. And we're just going to take this along until 2 off the end, like that. Okay, then a gap of 2 there. I'm going to place this one here. Take that along. So 1 off the end. Alright, fill it in with water. Like that. Okay, and then we're just going to till the ground. So just do anywhere that you can. I'm leaving that part in front of the house blank with no farms, because if you are planning on moving villages out of this place, and you have to take them over a distance, I kind of left that space open just so that you can put a mine track and a mine cart down, and then you can use that to transport them, which is kind of nice. Okay, and back to here. Whoops. Can you not, sir? There we go. Alright, and if you're going to put a door in here, make sure you use an iron door so that zombies don't actually break through the door. So you're going to want to put it like right here in the middle, so it's nice and centered. Just have a double door, buttons on the sides, and yeah. Alright, next up, this part is quite important, guys. If you're playing on a difficulty, make sure you light everything up a lot, especially in the house. Even if you're playing on peaceful, this inside of this house needs to be lit up a lot, because villagers need a lot of light to think that they're safe in order to breed, so make sure you just put a bunch of lights on the inside. And then if you, as I said, if you are playing on a difficulty, make sure you light up the outside as well, so just go around placing lights everywhere, because you don't want a zombie invasion, because the villagers will have nowhere to run on the inside, and they will all die. So just make sure there's no blocks on the outside they can climb over, and no spots they can spawn up on top. So yeah, place lights on top of that. And also I'd recommend just going in amongst these doors, just pulling off the occasional door and just placing down a torch, just to give the extra light. Wow, you place, sir. Sir, you're being rude. There we go. Alright, just place down a couple of lights from there. Okay, next up you just want to plant your carrots. How long is this video guessing? Yep, we're still on time. Alright, and I will show you guys a villager breeding just to prove that this does work. That I'm not pulling is on. I may have to cut the video a little bit here though, because it might take a little while for a villager to get started. But I will show you guys, however, the hearts that come off them. Alright, so just to get started as well, you can just let them just pull off the farm eventually, or you can just give them a jump start on the breeding and just give them a bunch of food, which is what I'm going to do to speed this along. But they will need more food eventually to kind of keep them going, if that makes sense. So it's not just all this food that I'm giving them now, because eventually they will go through this food. So let's go chuck them some. Probably don't need to give them this much, but seeing I've been creative and I'm rich with unlimited resources, I may as well. Okay, so we give them all them. Alright, and what happens with the breeding, once you know that it's working, when the two villages get close together, occasionally you'll see little hearts come off the top of their head. And both of them need to have that in order for the breeding to work, because a lot of the times you will see hearts coming off one of them and they get together and there's kind of nothing happens. No baby villager, nothing. That will happen a lot, but when it does happen right, you'll see a baby villager. But as I said, I'll cut the video a little bit here and I'll skip to where they're actually breeding together and show you what that's like. Dude. Okay, that did work that time. I thought he ran away from him. Alright, so there you go. There's a baby villager, and he is also chucking some of his carrots to the new villagers. Yeah, as you can see, he's a different villager as well. I think that is a blacksmith, I think that's the one with the black vest. But yeah, that's pretty much how the villager breeding works. Since I cut that video, it was about probably 3 or 4 minutes since I cut the video. They did have a lot of failed attempts, like you see the hearts come above their head and they walk slowly to each other, but then nothing happens. But that time it did work, so... and this villager, they grab food when they want. Like, you might see a couple of bit of food just growing. That's a good sign. That means that they do have a lot of food kind of stored away at the moment. They don't need to actually get any new food. But, yeah, this guy will pick it up off the ground. He is a farmer. He just doesn't seem really interested in it right now. He seems too interested in other things. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. So... if this video helped you, if you could drop a like on the video, you'd really be helping me out by doing so. And if you guys have any problems or anything like that, and have any questions, then drop it down in the comments below and I'll try and get back to as many people as I can. And yeah. And if you want to see more tutorials like this and other tutorials, then subscribe to my channel for regular Minecraft videos. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.